You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it turnpike miles. Yeah, it's Google signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Loudest. In the last few weeks, we've had some great special guest interviews for you, all of which bring in their own story and message to help you continue to move forward and grow. So please check them out if you haven't yet. But this week, I felt the want to get back to a solo message. I've been diving into some major progress areas with my clients, and one area continues to be the difference maker for every single one of us. And I have no doubt in my mind that this will, in fact, be a pivotal difference maker for you if you can check yourself on today's topic. And that is your inner dialogue. Far too often, we let the loudest voice in the room become the voice between our ears. And if we don't allow that voice to speak us into a great direction, or a better place for that matter, it will continue to keep you locked down and limited to what you believe is possible for yourself. So today's message is all about the inside job. And before we dive into it, guys, if you have not subscribed to Once a Week yet on YouTube, then please hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss our new messages that are coming at you every single Sunday. As we always say, each one might hold the exact piece of information you needed to hear to help you move forward into where you're meant to be. Just as I hope this message holds that key for you right here, right now. So all that being said, let's dive into it. And now, I gotta say, with everything telling us in life to move in so many different directions, whether it's listening to certain people or listening to those we look to as leaders or even follow on social media, we all need to make sure that with all the information flooding us on a daily basis, we need to choose what can stay and what can go. It's becoming more and more common for us to hear one thing and instantly believe it, rather than question if it connects or fits into our own lives and our own view of the world. That internal dialogue I mentioned earlier is our one advantage to our life becoming what we want it to be, or truthfully, on the other side of the track, that internal dialogue can become our greatest weakness to our life not becoming what we want it to become. So I ask you here, and I ask you right now, what are you saying to yourself on a daily basis? And in working with so many people and seeing it firsthand in myself over the years, we are our greatest critic. More often than not, we are harder on ourselves than we'll ever be on someone else. And that internal dialogue begins to take a toll on how we feel, on how we think, and the actions that we take, and in turn from all of that, the results that we end up getting. In the past, we've gone over how powerful your mind is. We all describe it here as the universal tool that can do anything, it can create anything, and can help you in any situation that you find yourself in. Now, if you set your mind to something, you begin to attract in that which you focus on. You focus on the good around you and the good that you bring to the table. You start to attract in more of the same, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But you focus on the negativity, the struggles, the pain, the past. You tend to attract that in more and more and more. And that is all internal dialogue, internal thoughts that are running around constantly. And you are the only one that can hear them. And I might not know exactly what you are thinking, but sometimes we can tell by someone's body language or the look on their face. But truthfully, only you know the words that you tell yourself, because you are the one in control of everything. You are the one in control of building yourself or breaking yourself. You are the one in control of getting up to move forward or to stay where you are and repeat the same old routines that create the same old results, for better or for worse, all because of what you're saying to yourself. And with the hustle and the go, go, go that we all have become accustomed to in life, we're constantly telling ourselves that we aren't doing enough, that we aren't enough, and we don't have enough. So all we're really doing is building our own walls and making it that much tougher to have what we want in life. But then the question comes into play. What if we start to question that? What if you took a second and questioned the words that you tell yourself? And this is a process to start, because not many of us actually take a moment to find the moment that we're in. Play that back. So we literally don't think about what we're thinking about. We're never told to. But to take a step back now and question, why did I just say that to myself? Why is my perspective judgmental to me? When you start to beat yourself up or go into a worry frenzy, when you judge yourself so harshly, why not stop for a second and actually ask, why the heck do I treat myself like this? It's $1 million question. This one area has been the focus for so many clients and myself the last few months, and it is the catalyst to enjoy your life on a whole new level. And it's a catalyst to feeling a new sense of peace that you hear about in books and see on screens, but have never truly captured for yourself until right now. But that's not even the best part of changing up your inner dialogue. Because like I said before, your mind attracts in what you focus on. What you run through your mind becomes a reality. It manifests, it creates because you're focusing on it, and it comes alive. So what do you think happens if that internal dialogue begins to build you up to a whole new level? What if your internal talk begins to become so positive that no one in no circumstance can then take you down? What then happens to your life? The internal begins to affect the external. The reality that you live begins to follow in suit and becomes that much better and that much more positive. All because you decided to stop the negativity in your mind and shift it to something better so your life can become better. When that process is underway, you become better because you start to see yourself as better. No matter who comes into your life, they will not have the power to direct your mind, and they will not have the power to direct your thoughts. Only you can do that for yourself. So it is on you to make sure what you say to yourself is good, what you say to yourself is positive, and what you say to yourself is actually building you up instead of breaking you down. And everyone always talks about the power of positive thinking, right? But the struggle with that is that people they've been running a routine of negative thinking and negative perspectives about themselves through their mind for so long, and maybe their entire lives, that throwing just one positive liner here and there, it doesn't have that same effect. But for you to step into that process and truly question that negativity, question why you say that about yourself, question the limiting belief that grew this negativity, you take its power away. And to fill it with something better allows for a better routine to form and a better result to be achieved in every single area. That's the power of your internal dialogue. And if you sit on it, you're already thinking. Why not think in the right direction for where you want your life to go? Why not try to build yourself up? The world may tell you to think negative, and if you turn the TV on right now, more often than not, it will try to make you think negative. But at the end of the day, regardless, it is your choice. It is your power. It is your mind. Your choice on what to do with it at that point is in the palm of your hand. So before we close this week's message out, here's what I want you to do. So it doesn't just stay in a YouTube message, but you take it and you run with it, is go grab a piece of paper and go grab a pen. And I want you to write down your new thoughts, your affirmations for that matter. But I want you to start to build up your responses and your inner dialogue by writing it out. That repetition will start to sink into your brain and allow you to shift your focus to what you wrote down when and if your mind starts to drift back to an old negative place or an old negative routine. I'll tell you straight up, it takes some time to change the judgmental thoughts that have run through your mind for years and years. But it never changes if we don't start. And if you're like me, it is time to start. But if you're like me, I tell you, you will see the results of this come very quickly because you take your power back that you didn't know you were giving away to all these areas. All because you change up the voice between your ears and it starts working for you rather than against you. At that point, a freedom comes from that. And I tell you straight up, it is absolutely incredible. Give yourself the time to do this now, and it will be one of the best decisions and best things that you do for yourself in your life. I promise you that because everything changes with that. I'm going to close it off right there. I thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's message. Please like this message on YouTube. If you have not already, hit that thumbs up button. Share this message to someone you feel needs to step into that inner dialogue, to step into that inside job, as I'm calling this one, and really change it. If you've not subscribed to Once a Week yet, please hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you're here for every single week because we're bringing you something new every single Sunday. And guys, if you're in need of a coach who can step in and help you with this inner dialogue concept that we discussed today, please head to BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can set up a free call with me, and I will be right there for you because I want to talk about it with you because I want to help you. And last but not least, if you have not checked out the new Mindset Mastery course that is in the description of this video, go check it out because in this entire course, we're bringing you new tools and new ways to unlimit your mind so you can start to understand on a deeper level how to live your life at a greater level, but understand how to use your mind the right way. So you unlimit yourself in every single area that you step into. And what that does is allow you to enjoy your life in every way, everywhere you go, and experience that freedom and peace that we talked about in this video. Guys, go check it out. I thank you so much for tuning in. Self-judgment, pain, the whys, the past, I'll tell you that much, it is a thing of the past. Step into where you are now so you can step into a brighter future for yourself by changing up that inner dialogue. Have a good one, guys. See you next week.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on